My topic today is the new proposed federal underutilized housing tax. It's a new tax that Justin Trudeau and the gang have tabled at the last budget, and it's proposed to come into law on January the 1st, 2022. UHT, underutilized housing tax. This is a federal tax. It's a 1% tax on the assessed value of real estate across the country. And it's only going to be impacting non-residents. This is to target the non-resident property owners buying real estate and sitting on them and not renting them out. So it's a vacancy tax per se, and it's 1%, and it's going to only be targeted for non-residents. So for residents of Canada, non-issue, but for non-residents, you need to be aware there's potentially a new tax coming in 2022 called the UHT, and it's a 1% tax. So let's just sort of use an example here. If you live in if you own real estate in Vancouver and you're a non-resident, let's say you live in LA, Chicago, London, Tokyo, it doesn't really matter, and you bought a property here in Vancouver because you like to holiday here, it's a secondary home, you're not renting it out, and it's considered to be underutilized or vacant under the legislation, then this is what you could be looking at in 2022 for the taxes owed in addition to property taxes on that property. So yes, let's use an example of $1 million property, assessed value $1 million here in Vancouver. You're a non-resident of the country, so you're going to be subject to a 1% tax. That's $10,000 on 1 million. In addition to that, you're going to have the BC speculation tax. And for non-residents in 2022, the tax is going to be 2%. So you're going to have additional $20,000 in speculation tax on that $1 million property. And thirdly, you've got the empty homes tax, which is a civic City of Vancouver tax. And in 2022, that tax is going up to 3% of the assessed value. So all in all, you're going to have a total of 6% in vacancy taxes on this property. So on $1 million property, 2022, if you're a non-resident of the country, you will be subject to $60,000 in additional taxes on that property. 3% being the empty homes tax, it's a city tax, 2% speculation tax, provincial tax, and the proposed UHT 1% tax, it's a federal tax, totaling $60,000. So for anyone that's a non-resident thinking of buying property in Canada, and of course I live in Vancouver, you should absolutely understand the tax rules, especially if you're buying that property and you're thinking that you're buying the property maybe as a pied-à-terre, you're not going to rent it out and you're going to just use it on an occasional basis. There's going to be some pretty hefty taxes that you could be subject to. Always recommend speak to a tax specialist before you make a purchase of this sort, but be aware 2022 is going to get a little bit more expensive if you're a foreign buyer. This is Andrew Hasman from Remax. If you like this video and like our other videos, subscribe to our YouTube page, Remax Andrew Hasman. Love to have you on board. Hope you enjoy the videos. Have a great day.